We're following breaking news out of the South Bay. Take a look just in our newsroom at brand new images of evidence that were found by police inside of the home of Sam Cassidy. That's the gunman who killed 9 people over at the VTA facility in San Jose. Investigators discovered 12 firearms and approximately 22,000 rounds of various types of ammunition. Other evidence discovered in that search included multiple cans of gasoline and suspected Molotov cocktails. Officials gave us an update on the investigation outside of the suspect's home earlier this afternoon, and that's where we find Chronon's Charles Clifford, who is live out there with the latest.
Well, hi there. Yeah, so right now I'm here just across the street from Angmar Court, which is where the gunman in this case, Samuel Cassidy, lived. It looks like the San Jose Police Department, the bomb squad, is wrapping up its investigation, which has gone on for 3 days now, and pretty soon they're planning to return the neighborhood back over, turn the house back over to the neighborhood. But a little earlier, as you mentioned, the police department did speak to the media and say that they found at least one device inside the house today. Friday morning, the San Jose Police Department bomb squad discovered what they describe as a suspicious device in the attic of the home of Samuel Cassidy. Just after noon, police took actions to, as they describe it, render the item safe. Several small popping sounds could be heard coming from inside the home. Upon closer inspection, it was determined that the device was not explosive in nature.
After closer review and rendering it safe, they discovered that the device in fact was inert and was comprised of wires and batteries.
Investigators did not reveal any specific details on what else has been found in the house. They say that information will be revealed as the investigation unfolds. They do say that the inside of Cassidy's home is very cluttered.
Yes, I would describe it as cluttered. I would describe it as a possible hoarder situation that is to be determined by other experts, but at this time there are several pieces of items that obviously you can see from the exterior of the perimeter that is very cluttered in that neighboring area of the driveway, and so that extends throughout the house itself. And again, was a challenge for our officers to maneuver through.
Police hope to finish their work at the house on Friday afternoon or evening, board up the home for safety reasons, and then fully return Angmar Court to the neighborhood. All right, back live now. Just in the last few minutes since I finished putting together that story you just watched, we mentioned earlier, they did reveal that they found several cans of gasoline, a Molotov cocktails, suspected Molotov cocktails, at least 12 firearms, and 22,000 rounds of ammunition inside the home. But for now, in San Jose, Charles Clifford, KRON 4 News.
Truly a disturbing discovery, to say the least, Charles. And given that we are also hearing from the victims out from the rail yard, they were saying that they believe that certain employees were targeted over others. So it's hard to imagine what exactly this guy was planning and why he ended up collecting all of this ammo.
Well, it certainly seems that he had a lot of firepower, and it could have been a lot worse. Thankfully, not thankfully, but he did leave a lot of those things in his house, but it could have done a lot of damage. I mean, that many guns, that many rounds of ammunition could really do a lot of damage.
Thank you so much for your latest report. Truly some important details that we're learning tonight. So the union that's representing Cassidy released a statement just a few moments ago on the horrific incidents over at the VTA rail yard. And it reads, in part, I wish to make it crystal clear that at the ATU Local 265, officials who were at the site of this unfathomable tragedy were not there to attend any disciplinary or scaly rights hearings or to respond to any job site or racial-oriented complaints. I was at the yard simply to check on working conditions and the continual safety of the dedicated men and women who work there. Senator Dave Cortese of San Jose is calling for the expansion and improvement of California's red flag laws to prevent gun violence and mass shootings. The senator made the official request in a letter to the Santa Clara County District Attorney Jeff Rosen. In the letter, it also reads in part, we cannot help but wonder if in this instance our red flag laws invoked, could they have potentially saved members of our community? Furthermore, are there barriers that can be addressed to strengthen these laws so that they are able to prevent even more tragic deaths?